Hi gals, welcome back to another episode of Zero Waste Closet. So this week we are going to look at a styling principle that I like to call classic with a twist. And I actually got that phrase from one of my favorite YouTubers. Her name is Sina. She has a channel called Use Less, and it is a minimizing channel all about style. So if you like Zero Waste Closet, I definitely recommend checking her out as well. And that's how she describes her personal style. So as I am in the process of minimizing my closet, you guys know I am moving to a house almost half the size of our current house, so I have a much smaller closet. I've had to really hone in on the pieces that work best for me, and as I've been in the process of doing this, I have also been in the process of discovering my current personal style and getting a really clear idea of what my style personality is. And what has emerged is that I love pieces with year-round potential, very kind of classic pieces, very polished, but I like to add some unpredictability and some personality to them so that they're just not quite so formulaic, not quite so cookie cutter looking. And so I wanted to showcase for you guys a handful of looks that demonstrate this concept of dressing. And as it just so happens, we just got in a huge collection of Velvet Heart clothing in, and I will tell you guys, their January collection is out of this world. It's just full of beautiful basics, and I will say that Velvet Heart forms about 3/4 of the foundation of my core capsule wardrobe. And then what I do is I usually integrate those pieces and add in some color, add in something very unusual that you wouldn't necessarily normally think to put with that item. And so we're going to look at looks that demonstrate this, and we're also going to look at a few other brands that showcase some of my other favorite pieces that have this concept in mind. So without further ado, let's go. Let's look at classic styling with a twist. All right, gals, so look number one features a classic of most staple wardrobes, and that is just a good button-down shirt. And if you want to go really classic, then go for the pinstripe. And so Velvet Heart has just sent us this absolutely beautiful cotton poplin shirt in the baby blue. And you guys, I love this with the little pinstripes here. So pretty, kind of oversized, so it lends itself to really nice, easy, versatile styling. You could always tie it at the waist. In this case, I half tuck it into a pair of jeans. And you know, a very classic styling would be just a nice neutral pair of booties, or maybe even a little flat. But in my case, I like to add some color and some personality into it. So I take a great little rust boot here from Sorel. And what I love is not only the fact that this is nice and colorful, but the fact that it has this chunky heel. This is like a very edgy, trendy looking boot paired back to a total classic basic, and that for me is the definition of classic with a twist. So gals, this next look is another version of the button-down shirt, this time in like a checkered plaid, and that is another very classic silhouette, a classic pattern. And let me show you, I have to tell you, of everything we've ever gotten in from Velvet Heart, this is without a doubt one of my very favorite shirts. This is tencel. It is so soft. Again, they cut it in kind of a boxy, flowy cut, so it's very body friendly, easy to style. And so if you were going to do this in a just classic way, you might pair it back to maybe some black trousers, just some nice jet black jeans, maybe a pair of flats. But for me, that's a little too predictable. Nothing wrong with that, by the way. If you are just a straight up classic dresser, more power to you. But for those of you who want to add a little edginess to it, just some unpredictability, I decided to take some activewear. Yeah, you heard me right, some activewear. Mono B just sent us these great pants. Now, they're not leggings. These are like a capri length wicking fabric pant. They are so cute and so comfortable. Nobody would know you're wearing activewear. And I love the idea of just tying this top over the waist. Now, I don't stop there with just the personality on this. I want to bring in a shoe that is fun. And so in this case, I think a pop of red is what this needs. Maybe some red lipstick, and then this great little red shoe here from Pond's, the little slingback wedge. You guys, these are fantastic. This is such a great outfit. And as I was modeling this, one of my fabulous staff said, "Oh my gosh, this is so Audrey Hepburn." So I will tell you, this is a look I absolutely love. So continuing with the concept of the fun top, I want to move into a fabulous sweater that we just got in. And again, another classic print, but with some nice colors. So we're looking at this houndstooth sweater here from the brand Fate. You guys, I love this. It's so soft. I love the pop of yellow. A lot of you have remarked that this looks very Chanel-like. I totally love this. This could be styled very conservatively, without a doubt. This is a very kind of classic piece, but I want to do it in a way that's a little edgier for me. And so in this case, I take it and I pair it back to just some good, nice jeans. Love this with denim. And then on the shoe front, and this is sort of another idea of classic with a twist, instead of going with a solid neutral or something that even matches, I decide this is a great opportunity to mix prints. And so this was one where I was like, let's try it, let's see if it works. And sure enough, it did. So I pair it back to the Pond's wedge here with the sling back with the animal print. You guys, this is such a great pairing. And I know it's a little unusual, but something that I have found is that if you have the right prints, and maybe they're both kind of smaller prints and they're separated out enough, so one's on top and way down on the bottom are the shoes, you can totally get away with it. It's definitely unpredictable and just shows a little bit of creativity. All right, gals, so for our last look, when it comes to the top half, I want to showcase this great new pinstriped denim jacket in here from Velvet Heart. I love this, you guys. It's got the blue stripe on it. And as we've already talked about, stripes are an absolute classic. They never go out of style. And you can really take this type of top and be more predictable, a little more conservative with it. I wanted to showcase something slightly different, and that is just my love of something a little more rustic, a little more street kind of combined. And so I simply take the denim jacket, I pop it over a nice tank, put on some kind of rusticy jeans, and then the best part are the little weathered bed stew leather booties that I throw on with it to create a whole look that is not conservative from top to bottom. It's got some polish in it, paired back to some rusticness. Really, really love this for everyday wear. So gals, the next thing that I want to look at that is just the definition of classic is suiting. And we just got something in from Velvet Heart that has to be one of my favorite pairings I have ever seen from the brand. I absolutely love it. So if you guys have worked with me before, you know I love this fabric Tencel. It's an all natural fiber. It's very soft, easy to care for, just very flowy. It seems to just feel good on everybody. Well, they just came out with some suiting that is delicious, and I think it has great year-round potential. So first we have the pant with the elastic waist here. It's a wide leg pant, has pockets, really nice length inseam, just a really easy body-friendly pant. And then they brought in this kind of boyfriendy blazer to match. Again, it has pockets and you can button it. I like it worn open, very flowy and easy, just a nice matching set. So this could easily be worn in a very just kind of polished, predictable way. This could be a great work suit. If you had to keep it a little more conservative, maybe a little more quiet, you could definitely do that by pairing maybe some little kitten heels with it or little flats. But in my case, I want this to have an everyday vibe and just kind of a fun, fashiony vibe. So I take this and I pop it over a light colored bodysuit, really just classic and pretty, but I bring some color into it with an unpredictable booty. So in this particular case, I'm wearing it with the Coachy boots. You guys, I love these. Another rust colored boot with a little stacked heel. These are very comfortable, by the way, and just a really fun addition to this that are just not quite in the same genre as the suit, so just unpredictable enough to give it some edge. So you guys, I don't know what the deal is. I am getting so into suiting lately, and so many of you have come in and giggled with me about this because of where I started and where I am now, which just shows it's okay to change your mind. I used to be totally anti-blazer, didn't want to feel really uptight and feel like I couldn't move. But as I have discovered so many blazers that are just a nice, less structured silhouette and a more flowy material, I have fallen in love with them. And now that's going a step further, and I'm really getting into suiting and matching sets. But the key for me is, again, classic with a twist. It cannot be overly conservative, overly predictable. predictable or I just won't feel like myself. So this next one is just, in my opinion, absolutely delicious. So these are all from Urban Daisy. I start with this great white linen blazer, you guys. This is just so pretty. And by the way, the price point on these things are fantastic. So really, really beautiful, easy. That could definitely be paired back to jeans. In this case though, I want to pair it back to the matching jogger, which I have to say in itself is a little bit of classic with a twist, right? Instead of just a more predictable trouser, you've got the jogger with the cuffed bottom here. And I put it over a black top here, which I absolutely love, you guys. This is just so nice and easy. And okay, where do you go from here? This still has a very classic feel to it. Well, just like with the last suit, we're gonna go with some color. So hold on a second, because I forgot to bring the shoe over. Hang on. I'm back. I pair it back to the green booty. You guys, this is just like the booty we just saw in the last look, the rust boot with the stacked heel. Well, these are from Coachy, and this is the mint colored booty with the stacked heel. You guys, how fresh and beautiful is that with the green, and definitely something that is not cookie cutter. And finally, gals, we're gonna end with a couple of dresses. So again, when you're putting together a core classic wardrobe, dresses may feature in there, just something really easy, kind of the one and done concept, and something very pretty and elegant is always a nice classic. So Velvet Heart always does dresses beautifully, especially its tencel dresses. I really, really love this one, you guys. It's called the Brie. We've had it in before. We have it in white right now, and we also just got it in blue. I think this is so fresh, so pretty. It's tiered, it's baby doll style. It is very, very body friendly. I love wearing this dress open as a duster. Again, very unpredictable way to use it. But in this particular case, I want to show it off as a dress. So if you wanted to be a little more formulaic, you would take this, maybe pair it back to some pretty sandals. Nothing wrong with that. Very elegant. Or even some pretty little flats. But in my case, I want to do something that's a little more sporty chic with it, just a little edgier, bring some color in. So what a perfect opportunity to bring in the OTBT little Allsted sneaker that we've been talking about in the canary yellow. So pretty, so fresh, and definitely not always the first thing that you would think to be doing with a dress. So it shows a little bit of individuality. And gals, the last look I want to showcase is featuring this beautiful little black dress called the Darcy. And from Velvet Heart, we've had this in other colors. You guys have already told us that you love it. It's got the little puff sleeve. It's in tencel, ties at the waist, has the little flutter bottom. And this is beautiful, but I'm going to be completely honest with you. This is almost so classic looking that with my little bit more edgy style, personally, I just thought, you know, this may be a little bit too dainty for me. But let me tell you, the minute I put this dress on, I fell in love with it. The challenge for me was how to take it from that more feminine, dainty look into something a little bit edgier that felt more reflective of my personal style. Again, classic with a twist. Well, let me show you the twist that I found that just felt perfect. And that was the rustic bed stew go-go boot. You guys, I love these. As you probably already know, they come in black and brown here at Chill Boutique. And this to me just felt like something that was just a little less prescribed and a little more reflective of my own personal style. And of course, the look is totally complete with the matching crossbody bag. Gals, I hope that these ideas were inspirational for you. I hope they encouraged you to take some of those more classic elements in your closet and just start to think outside the box. Start to go for what is maybe a little less predictable, shows off a little more of who you are, and isn't quite so formulaic. So if you guys have any interest in shopping any of these particular pieces, make sure to stop in store to Chill Boutique here in Fountain Hills, Arizona, or jump online to www.shopchillstyle.com. As always, if you have any thoughts or ideas, make sure to leave a comment in the comments below or email me at lisa@shopchillstyle.com. And if you guys liked this video, I love it when you give it a thumbs up. That lets me know I'm doing stuff that's of interest to you. And make sure to go on and subscribe to this YouTube channel, Zero Waste Closet. And that way you guys get notifications whenever new videos come out. I can't wait to see you guys soon. Always here to help. Take care. Have a great week.